Hi, my dear children. Welcome to my channel. So, today we are going to discuss another paper. This is 2021 grade 6 third term test. So, Western points paper, right? This is going to be support for your term test that you're going to write at the end of the year, right? So, please watch till the end and learn all these things and practice all these things yourselves and get ready for the term test. And I wish you the highest marks, right? So, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing and leave a comment and let me know what you learned. And that's a great kind of great pleasure to me, right? So, you like and share with your friends, and also you can join my classes, physical classes in Nigambu, and also the online classes, right? So let's go and see. Let's answer the paper. I mean, this is going to be the part one. Right. Okay. Let's do it, right? Let's see. This is the paper we are going to write. So, okay, let's start writing, right? Okay, first you read all the instructions, right? And here you have to answer all the questions on the paper itself, and you need to see the time too, right? Okay, and let's start this one with the first question, right? And write down the letters marked on the circle given below, right? And you see this A is in the circle, B is in the circle, C is on the circle, D is also on the circle, C and T are on the circle, right? The others are, if you take E and F, they are outside the circle, right? So let's go to the second question. And right. In this one, you have to just a kind of very simple calculation, right? So you can do that with a sheet or somewhere, and then write the answer. This is going to be 456 into 7, right? No, 7 into 6 is 42. You write 2 and 4 carries. And 7 into 5 is 35, 35 plus 4, 39, and 3 carries. 7 into 4 is 28. 28 plus 3 is 31. So your answer is going to be 3,192. Right? Okay. And let's go to the next part, right? Okay. Next question. Right. Write the decimal number represented by this abacus. So this is going to be 1.0. This is 1.02. 1.0. So I think you understand this, right? It's ones. There are actually these are 3.0, right? You know, it's 3.02 because there are 3 ones, right? 3 ones, and there are no tenths, and there are 2 hundredths. Right? It's going to be 3.02. Right. Uh, this fourth one. Write down the number given below in the standard form, 43,054,000. I have a method for this. I already have told this to my students. I always teach this part. So in this case, you have to do it like this. Just make this kind of the 4 periods. right? This is a unit period, and this is thousands period, this is million period, this is billion period. On this particular question, we don't have to write billions, only we have millions only, right? Right. In this case, we don't have any billions, fine. So we start with million. How many millions? There are 43 million. Then you have, right, 43. And how many thousands? 54,000, right? So you have, right, 54,000, and there are no units. It's something like this, right? So you have to write, after that, you have to write this 43 space 054 space 000. This is 43,054,000. So this has to be your answer, right? And on the next one, right, let's go to the fifth question. And select and write down the units used to measure length. To measure length, you can use centimeters and meter. Centimeter and meter are used to measure length, and if you take milliliters, that is used for liquid measurements, right? You can measure liquids using this milliliters, and you can use the mass using kilograms, and with centimeter squared, you can use, you can measure area, right? To measure area with square centimeters, fine. Okay, and let's see the other part, right? In the question 6, mark the numbers -2 and +3 on the number line. -2 is this one. You need to draw a small circle and shade it. And +3 is here. And this is +3, right? So this is how you mark that. So use the symbol, greater than symbol, to compare the above two numbers. So you can compare like this, you know, which one is greater. Actually, 3 is greater. 3 is greater than -2. This is the answer, right? This is very simple answer, fine. Okay, write the number of edges and the number of vertices of a regular tetrahedron. So a regular tetrahedron looks like something like this. It looks like something like this when you see from the top. Something like this. Something like this. So if you see the number of edges, you have how many edges? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 edges. And what about the vertices? You have 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices, right? So these are the vertices. I will mark the vertices if you want to see that. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 vertices, right? And how many faces, right? Vertices. Okay, we have been asked edges, number of edges, number of vertices. That's all, right? They haven't asked the number of faces, but if you want, you can see there are 4 faces on this regular tetrahedron, right? And now let's go to the next question. And what about this? What is the opposite direction to the southeast? Southeast is, I will show you the directions, fine. It's very simple. These main directions come something like this. Like this, fine. If you mark the directions, it's going to be north, south, west, east, fine. And so what is the you have to find the opposite direction, southeast. So let's see, southwest, southeast. This is southeast, this is southeast, and what is this? Northwest. Then the answer is northwest, right? I think you understand this. Just leave a comment after you watch this, after you finish this. Leave a comment. So I like to see, I like to know what you feel about my teaching, and I'm very happy to see that someone has learned something from my channel, right? Okay. And Sumi left school at 1:45 p.m. and he took 35 minutes to return home. At what time he returned home? 1:45 p.m. So 1, this is hours. This is minutes, 45. So this is, he took 35 minutes. So let's add this. If you add this, I'll show you how to do this. Very simple, right? Now you can add this. 45, 5 plus 5, 0. And 1 carries, 5 plus is 8. Now you know that 80, you don't write 80, right? And 1 plus 1 is 1. Actually, this is 1. We do not write 80 here, right? So that is the thing you need to understand here. We cannot write 80 here, right? Now, what do? We can, we know that 80 is equal to 60 plus 20, right? And 60 is 1 hour. And then this is equal to 1 hour and 20 minutes. So from the minute side, we can write only the minutes. We cannot write hours. And that's so we are going to write only 20 here. We write only the number of minutes here. And this 60 goes here as 1 hour. So this is going to take 2, right? Then he returned home at 2:20 p.m. I think you understand this. So the basic thing, the most important thing you have to know is that 45 plus 35 is equal to 80, but you cannot write 80 because this is about minutes. So you can, the maximum, you can write maximum number. The highest number is 59. You cannot write 60, right? So if it is 60, you have to take that to the hour side, right? I think you understand this. So let's move on to the next question. And let's see this. Name 2 herbivorous animals in the group of 4-footed animals. Name 2 herbivorous animals in the group of 4-footed animals. There are a lot of 4-footed animals. So let's see, herbivores means the animals that eat only plants. So we know this, let's say rabbit. And let's say deer. Right? These are 4-footed animals and that eat only the plants, right? That means herbivores, right? And we have other animals. There are other type of animals which are carnivores. Carnivores means that the animals that eat meat only. And there are omnivores also. The omnivores mean the animals that eat both meat and plants, just like the dog, right? Okay, let's go to the 11th question, fine. Very simple. So write down the following statements are known constants or an unknown constant. Number of players in a cricket team, which is a constant, and we know that that is a known constant, right? This 11, right? Known constant. But the number of bricks needed to construct a wall, this is also constant, but we do not exactly know how many bricks are required. So we can say this is an unknown constant, right? I hope you understand this. So let's move into the 12th question. In this, write 2050 grams in kilograms. So, to convert grams into kilograms, you have to divide by 1000 because 1000 grams equal to 1 kilogram. So if you want to convert this kilograms, the grams into kilograms, you have to you have to divide that by 1000. So let's divide 2050 by 1000, and I'll show you in a bigger picture, right? And when you divide something like this, you divide this by 1000, and when you divide by 1000, 100, or 10, or 10,000, something like that, you can move the decimal point back and forth. So you can divide this, this initially this decimal point is here. You can take 1, 2, 3, 3 steps to the left side when you divide, right? So this is going to be 2.05 kilograms. You have write the answer in kilograms. So let's move on to the 13th, right? Let's see this one. When a certain number is rounded off to the nearest multiple of 10, the value obtained is 50. Write the least number and the most number that this number can take. So actually, we do not know this number, but when it is rounded off, it becomes 50. So that number might be 50. Oh, that might be 51. Oh, that might be 52. Maybe 53. Maybe 54. What about 55? No, no, no. We can't get 55 because if we round off 55, it goes to 60. So what about 49? Yeah, that can also be 50, right? 48, yeah, that's okay. 47, fine. 46, 45, that's also fine. What about 44? No, we can't take 44 because 44 goes to 40, right? And I think very simple. If you draw this kind of rough work, always do rough work. Do not hesitate to do rough work, right? Always do rough work and find out. So when you round all these numbers, it becomes 50. If you round all these numbers to the nearest 10, it becomes 50. Now, obviously, you see the answer. What is the highest number that it can be? The highest number is 54. The least number is 45. So they ask, write the least number and the most number. So least number and the highest number, something. So let's say 45 is the least number. 54 is the highest number. I think you understand this, right? So very simple. So please do not hesitate to do the rough work. And I have seen in my classes also, the children are very reluctant to do rough work. They do not try to do rough work. They always try to skip. Maybe sometimes they like to keep their books too clean and too beautiful and too tidy. But the main purpose is understanding and getting the knowledge and the practice. So you must prioritize that. And of course, you need to keep your notebooks neat and tidy and beautiful, clear. But rough work is very essential. You must do the rough work. Otherwise, you are going to miss a lot of things and make a lot of mistakes. And I have seen that lots of times. And I'm actually correcting this thing with my students, right? So please do the rough work. Do not skip that in order to keep your book clean, right? Okay, let's erase this and go to the next part. 14th, write the ratio to 7, ratio 2 to 7 in symbolic form. So very simple, 2:7. This is called the ratio 2 to 7. Write an equivalent ratio to the above ratio. So you know how to get the equivalent ratios. There are two methods to get an equivalent ratio. The first one is multiplying both sides. The second one is dividing both sides. So here we will go to multiply, right? 2 to 7 is equal to 2 into 2. I'm going to multiply by 2 both sides, and 7 into 2, right? So I get here 4 to 14. The ratio 4 to 14 is an equivalent ratio to 2 to 7, right? So let's move on to the 15th. Write 17 using tally marks. Very simple, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we have 15, right? Now you need 2 more to complete 17. Now this is very simple. And what about find the area of a square-shaped lamina of size side length 1 centimeter? Underline the correct answer. Very simple. 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter. So this obviously this answer, because 1 into 1 is 1, right? So if I will show you in the best mathematical representation, say 1 centimeter into 1 centimeter, which is equal to 1 centimeter squared, right? So the answer is 1. Actually, this you cannot write this 1 centimeter, right? You need to write this one. This is the answer. 1 centimeter squared. You know, this answer is wrong, right? This is not 1 centimeter. It has to be 1 centimeter squared, right? So if you don't do the rough work, you will make mistakes, right? Therefore, please do the rough work, right? I also get the right answers because I do the rough work, right? And 17, the price of 8 exercise books is 280. Find the price of one book. Okay, let's go to the rates lesson. Say 8 books are 280. Yeah, then you can divide this 280 by 8, right? Then it is going to be 40 rupees. Sorry. Uh, let me do this again. This is going to be 30, and it's for 28 and 35 rupees, right? So if you want, you can go to the long division. This is something like this. You divide by 8, then there are how many? There are 3 8s. 3 into 8 is 24. Then 4 remains. You take this 0. For 40, you have 5 8s. 8 into 5 is 40, and this is 0. Now, I think you understand this. Please write the answer like this. 35 rupees, because the unit is very important here because it has been given in rupees. So you are supposed to answer this also in rupees because they ask the price, right? And let's go to the next questions. Okay. And what about this one? This is there are about 50 P's in 100 grams, right? Piece means kind of cereal, right? There are about 50 P's in 100 grams. Estimate the number of P's in 1 kilogram. So there are 10 of 100 grams. So if you take 100 grams and if you multiply this 10, you get 1 kilogram. So I think now if there are 50 P's in 100 gram, there will be 10 times of it in 1 kilogram, right? So this is going to be about 500 P's, right? So in this case, in the 19th one, here you have to make a common denominator before subtracting. So if you have to add or subtract a fraction, there must be a common denominator. But here you don't see a common denominator, but we can make a common denominator by multiplying this 2 over 3 by 2. You can multiply like this and you get 5 over 6 minus 4 over 6. The answer is going to be 5 minus 4 over 6, which is equal to 2 over 6. And you can further simplify this. You can divide both 2 and 6 by 2. Then you get 2 over 6. Here you divide this by 2 and divide this also by 2. And you keep in the simplest form. The answer is 1 over 3. Right? And here we have come to the last question. There are 20 girls and 25 boys in a class. Write the ratio of the boys to the girls in the simplest form. So just write boys to girls, right? Then how many boys? 25 boys, 25 and 20 girls. And then we can divide both by 5. And then you can get in the simplest form 5 to 4. Because we have been asked to keep the answer in the simplest form, right? So fine. So that's it for the first part. So I think you understand all these things well. So please let me know in the comment section and also suggest these to your friends and let them also see my lessons and also let them join my classes. So thank you for watching and let's see you on the second part of this lesson, actually this paper. So stay tuned and please watch all these lessons, right? And thank you for watching till the end. So let's see you in the next paper discussion, right?